Hey everyone, it's Noah and welcome to iHollywood TV. Today we are giving you a behind the scenes look at the making of a Great American Pure Flix all new movie titled The Engagement Plan. Is now streaming and is set to air on Great American Family on Saturday, September 7th at 8/7 Central. This is truly a beautiful movie and it happens to star my friend Faith Ford, Ted McGinley, Jack Schumacher, Eva La Rue, Mia Pollini, and many more. Here is the cast chatting more about the movie. Let's watch.
Hi, my name's Jack Schumacher. I am playing Wade Donnelly in this movie. Wade is a very sweet, very high-strung, organized young man who has trouble letting go of control. And so throughout the movie we see that clashing with, who he's been raised to be and him discovering that his plans might not always go the way they want them to.
I'm Mia, and I'm playing Kayla Jones. She's a veterinarian, very sweet. She's raised farm girl, country girl, big heart. She's dating Wade, and they go and they visit the family farm, and shenanigans ensue, and they're lovebirds. They're very cute, and hopefully by the end he learns a lesson from her and from her family about how to be a little bit more simple, a little bit more grounded.
My name is Emily Topper, and I play Maggie in this movie. Maggie is the sister of Kayla, and she has been away on a missions trip in Costa Rica, fulfilling her and Kayla's dream by helping the village and children. While she's back in town, she helps Wade create this elaborate engagement plan.
Hey everybody, my name is Eric Lutz. I play Cam, or Cam Cassidy in the film. I'm the ex-boyfriend to Kayla, and I'm also a part of the tug of war of love, if you will.
Hi, I'm Ted McGinley, and I play Ed Jones. My daughter is falling in love with a young man who is from the city, and he's going to come through our farm, and he's going to be tested in many ways. I played that sort of quintessential father role, that very strong, faithful man who wants to make sure that his daughter is going to marry a man of great character and true moral values.
My name is Faith Ford. I play the character Mama Marilyn in this story, and I don't take it lightly, because being a mom has not been a privilege for me in life. So anytime I get a great mom to play, I grasp onto it, and she is, to date, one of my favorite mothers to play. One being that she's from the South and I'm a native of the South. Another being that she's a salt of the earth. And a lot of people don't know this about me because of characters I play, but I love this salt of the earth, homespun, cooking, handling, working next to her husband, being a partner in a relationship, being a mom that goes over and beyond sometimes, but always with love. So I think in this story, I think that what I gravitated to with Mama Marilyn is how she observes. She's an observer of life. She's an observer of her children, obviously, her two daughters that mean everything to her, but she's learned how to be the right kind of hoverer. She lets them go through the process, and she knows right when to step in and say just the thing that won't go too much. So I would consider her to be a good friend as well.
Hi, I'm Eva La Rue, and I play Margot Donnelly. 2 N's, 2 L's, evidently. That's what I always say. And my character is very, she lives in a little wealthy Chicago bubble. She is a country club lady who lunches, and her whole life revolves around she's actually super philanthropic and incredibly charitable, and her whole life revolves around planning the perfect charity events from spring, summer to fall through winter. Like all year, that's all she does, and she is a huge planner, and everything must go perfectly. And so she's really ingrained this in her son, and her husband is the same way. He's a big, big goal setter, plan, proposer, and she's just got like this, I think, a really sweet. She could be a horrible, obnoxious, wealthy woman, but I think she's actually a very sweet adventurer. She's open to whatever the call is, and she will adapt with a really, with not without commentary, but in a very, I think, sweet and open and adventurous way.
I'm Judd Nelson, and I play Dash Donnelly, 2 N's, 2 L's. I am the city father in this story about a city boy who falls in love with a country girl. And my wife and I, we go to the farm, which is the home of the country girl. And we do not belong on a farm. We are not familiar with farm behavior. We are not familiar with the sense of nature that they have and the sense of family that they have. We are a family of planners, of organizers, fundraisers, of achievers, of people who put planning before prayer. And their family puts prayer before planning. And what's going to happen? Is it the Montagues and the Capulets? Is it Romeo and Juliet? I don't know, but in a funny way, maybe.
My favorite theme in this movie is the saying, let go and let God. Pastor Daniel says this in a sermon, and when we were sitting there filming this scene, that really resonated with me because it is really difficult to let go of control in your life. And I believe that if you can just surrender yourself to God's plan for you, He will work wonders. And that's what Wade learns in this movie, and his entire journey is about letting go and let God. And I just think it is beautiful.
It really is a theme of my life on a daily basis. In my work that I do, I have to let go. I can't come to work thinking everything is a new adventure. But learning how to turn it over, as it were, to the Lord has been from the day that I left at 17 years old from a little town called Pineville, Louisiana, and moved to New York City, knowing no one. And I took my parents, they went with me for 2 weeks, and then I stayed there. And it was an adventure. And I've been able to, with God's guidance and direction every day in my life, listen, be open, be aware, and stay strong, and not fall for everything. If you don't stand for something, you'll just fall for anything. And that's kind of been another motto. But that kind of rings true in this story with my daughters. Stay true to yourself, and what your needs are. And you don't have to jump because someone else says, I want you.
The audience is going to be surprised. The same thing that I've enjoyed being a part of the film is that it reads as kind of a comedy, but it's really not that funny. It's sweet, it's a romantic, it's that rom-com kind of feel to it. But when you see it on its feet and you see how the actors have played this film, it's funny. And there have been many scenes where I've had a very difficult time not laughing in the middle of it. And so that has been a real gift. And I think that this film is actually going to be funnier than you think it will. And that is, it's very smart because it will win people over. The audience will enjoy. First of all, these kids are beautiful. They're talented, they're smart, they're fun, they're great. But they played their roles very well. And we have found the funny. And I think the audience will be surprised that this is going to be a faithful, funny film.
Like Faith and Ted and Judd and Eva have been doing this and being in films and making great television and art for longer than I've been alive or been a person. And so for this to be, because this is my first project of this size, and it's like, I feel so lucky. They're all so talented and so hardworking and so professional. And then getting to work with Jack, who's Wade, and watching him and Eric interact, they're so funny. They're so funny. I'm so excited. And then Emily, who plays Maggie, my sister, is, I think, maybe the sweetest person I've ever met, and is so present and so actively a good listener and so giving. I just really have to, like, show up and have everybody be really talented, and I'm like, thank you. So it's really, it's incredible. It's really, really a blessing.
This cast is, the casting and crew, I can't even express my level of gratitude for all of them. I mean, it's one of the greatest joys getting to be in this profession is when you get on a cast and you start to meet everyone and you start to get to know everyone. The different personalities and lessons that you take. And I mean, Mia, who plays my girlfriend, she is spectacular. I've loved getting to work with her. Ted McGinley, I cannot speak higher of someone that I've met working as an actor. I mean, he has taught me so many things, and getting to work with him and watch his process has been, I mean, one of the most educational and spectacular experiences that I've had working as an actor. And I mean, everyone, Faith Ford, Eric, Lutz, Judd, Eva, all of these guys. And then the crew, our directors, Carrie, he's phenomenal, the producers, everyone works together in such an incredible and calm, light way that it makes the set feel, free and light to collaborate on. And, that's not always the case when you're, working on a movie. So it's been amazing.
I've worked on a couple projects similar to this, and it is really neat because when you're sitting in and on set working, even though it's actors doing, their parts, these elements really sink into you. And I mean, even, if someone else is delivering the lines or whatever it may be, I mean, there's a lot of elements that really, you let them sink in you, and it'll change how you live your life. I know it's happened before, and it's happened in this as well. So.
The thing I enjoy about being in a movie that's got a really great message or a faith-based message is that we have got such a barrage of negative information coming at us from all different parts of, sectors and facets of the media, from our movies to our TV shows and our social media and all the things. And I'm the girl that at the end of the day will watch endless YouTube videos of America's Got Talent like golden buzzer winners, because I want to cry because I'm happy. I don't want to cry at being sad. So I'm the girl who will tune into anything that is inspiring, anything that's got a beautiful message, anything that's faith-based, because that is honestly what fills my soul, and that's what really gives me hope and just keeps, I know it's going to sound silly, but it's all keeping your vibration on a higher level. Like, we all want to vibrate closer to God, and I think what we put in visually and as visual stimulus and audio stimulus really has an effect on our soul on the daily. So I try to keep my intake inspiring.
I hope that they can take away the fact that getting back to the grassroots of life in your family and having a belief in something higher than yourself. There is a spiritual tone in this movie. No matter what you might believe, that it will grasp you, I think human beings can be very resilient if they keep their eye on what the most important thing is in life, and it's love, it's caring for another human, being able to make mistakes in the mix. So I think that the takeaway from this is it should be able to reach others. Look, my grandpa was a Baptist preacher, and he always said, look, Christians already know. Your job out there, people who believe, they believe no matter what. They were raised like you were raised, but there's so many people out there that might not know what you know. So when they ask you the question, you better be ready to answer it. And so this is like in a long-term way of, this is a 2-hour version of an answer to a question a lot of people have. Well, why? Why do you believe? Why do you believe? Well, here it is. Just watch the movie, you'll get it.